Hi everybody, this is Sam Oduselu, your career coach, speaker, and founder of Realize Potential. Today I'm going to be talking to you about 4 steps to doing the work you love. Most people want to do the work they love, they most of the times just don't know how. So today I'm going to be giving you the steps. So step 1 to doing work you love, it's very simple, but it's very profound. It's simply this: you must believe that it's possible for you to do the work you love. That's right, that you could do it. See, for most people, we hear the theory, we think it's a theory, that you're supposed to do the work you love and you'll never work a day in your life. Or you're supposed to do the work you love and you'll enjoy what you do and you'll be successful. For most people, that's for other people. They don't believe it's possible for them. And I know this because I was that guy. I was that guy that heard this normal advice: go out there and do work you love. However, I believe that for everybody else. Yeah, it's okay that somebody else who's popular, who's more successful, can actually do work they love. Or maybe after I retire, I'm going to get to do work I love. Or, they can do it, but it's only for the lucky few. See, if you believe that it's only for the lucky few, if you believe this is not for you, if you believe that, this is not for me, guess what? That is what's keeping you back right there. That's what's keeping you back, because that's what kept me back. See, I remember being in a job that I didn't really care for, I didn't really like, I wasn't really excited about. I basically was going to work and it felt like not mind-numbing work. It was draining the life out of me. And it wasn't until I started exposing myself to books and things like that. I remember reading a book about the power of faith and the power of believing. And I remember reading that book, and as I read that book, it came to a place where it read that all things are possible to them that believe. And a part of it was saying that you can have whatever you want if you simply believe. And I remember taking those words on that page and taking it to heart, and I believed. And I chose to believe. And I believed that it was possible for me to actually do work I love and make some more money doing it. And I remember that was the beginning of my change. That was the beginning of me actually even considering the concept that I could actually go out there and do it and live this thing. And today I'm happy to say that's exactly what I do. I do what I love, and I'm making more money doing what I love. And I'm saying to you, the first step to doing work you love is you must believe. You must believe that it's possible for you to do the work you love. I love what Henry Ford said. He says, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And I think that's true for every single person. See, it boils down to whether you think it's possible for you or you think it's not possible for you. Either which way, you get to keep what you believe. The second step to actually doing work you love is clarity. Is you must clarify what you really want. See, it was during that same time that in my heart the question came to me that, what is it that you really want out of life? It's almost as if God was talking to me and saying, hey, what is it you want? See, for so long I complained about what I was doing, that I didn't like it, that I was not excited about the work I was doing. I felt drained and things like that. And I wanted to get away from the work, but I didn't know what I was going to go to. And I think for most people, if we're honest with ourselves, yes, we're not happy with our work. Yes, we're not satisfied with the work we do on a day-to-day basis. We may complain, we may whine, we may say we hate this, but the question is, what is it you want to do with your life? And most people, I work with hundreds of clients, and most people don't have the answer to that question, which a lot of times keeps them grounded. So you must get clear on what it is you're going to. It's okay to know what you're coming from, but where are you going to? Because unless you become clear on what that is for you, you will stay in the same place. And so get clear on what that is. Now, for some people, it's like this. You're going to have to know, and when I say, how do I get clear? Yeah, and that's what people ask, how do I get clear, Sam? Well, you get clear by looking internally, looking at you. See, I believe that whatever you're created to do, you have been designed to do. So if you look at the design, that means, what you've been given as far as talents and abilities and skills. What you've been given as far as a passion, a desire for something. What you've been given as far as your personality. Whatever it is that is in you will give you a clue to where you're going to. So start off with looking at you. What are your passions? What is it you really want to do with your life? If money wasn't an issue, what would you really do with your life? I had to ask myself those questions. And it wasn't until I got clear, crystal clear, that this is what I really wanted to do, until I started making movement. See, until you get clear, you're not going to make movement. Because, see, it's hard to hit a target that you cannot see. So step 2, you must get clarity. Step 3, you must come up with a strategy. See, it's not enough to know where you're going to go. The question is, what do you need to do today to get you where you want to be tomorrow? So let's say you decide that you're going to become a doctor, and I'm just throwing that out there. You're going to be a doctor. Well, where are you now? What is it going to take for you to become a doctor? Is it going to take you going back to school? Well, of course. How are you going to plan that around your family if you already have one? When are you going to go to night school or day school? What are the schools in your surrounding that actually hold a medical program? Things like that. So it's about getting strategy, clear about what it is you're going to do today to get you where you need to be tomorrow. Now, sometimes you may have some non-conventional types of careers that you want to get into. For instance, like mine, which is a career coach, or if you wanted to be maybe a speaker, or if you wanted to be, a writer, or different types of things, or an actor. Well, I would say start off with people that are already doing something that you want to do. And maybe start off by asking them questions. I believe in what I call informational interviewing. Find professionals in the field that you can actually pick their brains about where it is you want to go. I remember doing that same thing. Getting on the phone and calling professionals about the field I'm now in and asking them how they got there. And because I asked them, I was able to find out what they did and what I needed to do to get there. And so I created a strategy, a plan of action. Part of it was that I needed to go back to get my master's degree and then also get certification. And so I had to sign up for the GRE. Now, I was non-traditional, so this was years after I'd graduated the first time. So I had to go back to school. I was married I'm still married, but I was married. Thank God I'm still married. But I was married, and I went on to do that in spite of that. And so I went on to make a decision right where I was, what I was needing to do, created a plan of action, and then I acted on it. So here's the deal. Step 3 is that you're going to have to create a plan of action and put a timeline by it. Write it down, because the research shows that you're 10 times more likely to accomplish a goal when you write it down than when you just keep it in your head. So become clear about that, write it down, create a plan of action. The 4th thing that you must do in order to accomplish this goal of doing work you love is this. You must take actionable steps. In other words, it's called activity. You must start doing something today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Most times people say, I'll do it whenever I get a chance, when the children grow up, or when I get out of college, or, when I feel like I'm comfortable. In some cases, when I retire. Listen, tomorrow is not promised to us. See, stop living your life like you have 1,000 years to live. Because the truth of the matter is we don't. So we need to start acting now. So what do I mean by acting now? I mean, once you know where it is you want to go, you've set a plan, then start, what are the things that you can do today to get you where you want to be tomorrow? What are the steps you can take? It might mean that you might need to volunteer on the weekends. It might mean that you need to re-enroll for the GRE because you have to take your master's, so you have to pass that. It might mean, to look at the opportunities, other career options that are out there. It might mean setting up an informational interview with somebody who has a career or a job that you'd like to get in, and taking the time to ask them questions. It might mean you getting some kind of certificate to do what you need to do. But the thing is, there's something that we all can do today. It might mean just sitting down there and doing what I'm saying. Asking a plan and finding a way to believe, and then finding a way to to get clarity, and finding a way to do all these different things, and then making a plan of action and acting on it. So again, the 4 steps are this. You have to believe it's possible. 2nd, you have to get clarity. 3rd, you have to make a plan of action. And 4th, you have to act on it. And I say to you that you've got greatness in you. You've got the ability to do more than you can ever imagine possible. So seize your dreams. Seize your dreams by the steering wheel and act on them today. Because if you do, one day I'll see you at the top. You have a great day, and I'll see you next time.